Ed in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, listening on Sirius. Hey, Ed, what's up?
Hey, Tom, I'd just like to offer the Christian Tea Party take on this issue. Primarily, one of the things that when I was in the service we talked about and we discovered by analyzing empirical research is that among homosexuals there is a significant increase in drug use, alcoholism, clinical depression, suicide, homicide, domestic violence.
Ed, that is always, particularly if you're looking at statistics from the 1950s and 1960s, you would find the same thing among statistics about African Americans in the 1930s and 40s and 50s. When you have people who are oppressed, who are marginalized, who are called horrible names, who are bullied when they're children, I mean, the number one risk of suicide in the United States right now is to be teenage and gay. If those are your circumstances, then yes, you are at higher risk of having problems with alcohol, having problems with drugs, having all of those things. But I would submit to you, Ed, that those are not all of those things that you just described. Don't come about because of a person being gay. They come about because of bigots reacting to their being gay. And what we need to do, if we want to stop that drug abuse and we want to stop that alcoholism and we want to stop that teenage suicide rate, is we need to stop being bigots. Will you join me in doing that, Ed?
I think that the homosexuals are the ones that are being victimized by having people like you disregard these statistics. And let me point out three reasons why.
Ed, did you not hear what I said?
Well, let me give you the facts. In countries where it's more generally accepted, those statistics are the same, or they're equivalent. Number two, you said
not true.
Americans. There was, look at the statistics. Over in the Benelux countries in Northern Europe, there's comparable demographics. There's the same type of trend or statistics.
Ed, there is no place in the world right now where gays have full equality and full acceptance with everybody else. What I'm saying is that you're going to see with any oppressed minority, whether it's gays, whether it's people whose skin color is different, whatever it may be, with any oppressed minority, you're going to people who have a different religion, you're going to see some people who don't deal with that oppression well, and it breaks them rather than strengthens them. And the cure to that is for us as a society to stop behaving like bigots. People do not choose to be gay. They are born gay. People don't choose to have brown skin or white skin for that matter. They're born that way. And when people like you come along and say, oh, but we should treat them differently, or we should shun them, or we should forbid them from having the same rights as the rest of us, it makes their situation even worse. You are the one who is causing gay teenagers to commit suicide, Ed. And you got to reconcile that. You got to come to terms with that. And frankly, you should be begging God for forgiveness for that.
John, the majority of homosexuals are dying from maladies associated with the lifestyle.
Ed, you said that you are a Christian. Tell me when Jesus Christ condemned gay people.
You're glossing over the fact that
Please tell me when Jesus condemned gay people. I would encourage you to go back and read Matthew, the story of the Last Supper, when John is resting with his head on Jesus' chest throughout the whole entire dinner. And finally, Peter wants to ask Jesus a question, so he turns to John, the one who Jesus loved, whose head was resting on Jesus' chest, and said, "What do you mean about that?" They were talking about Judas. And so John, relays the question to Jesus, and Jesus responds. And John still has his head on Jesus' chest. Now, I'm not suggesting that John and Jesus were getting it on, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if John was gay and not acting sexual, but just being affectionate, and Jesus was fine with that. What do you think?
Well, it's amusing that you're citing the Bible for an issue that we can study.
I would encourage you to read the story of the Last Supper, Ed. It's right there. It's right there. And as I said, I think it shows Jesus did not say, "John, get off my chest. Get your head away from me. I'm not going to sit here with a guy with his head on my chest through an entire meal. I'm a homophobe. I'm scared. I'm horrible." No, Jesus didn't say that. Jesus, just continue to hang out with John. Ed, get it. Read it.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Visit ThomHartmann.com for audio and video archives.
I love debating Christianity with Christians. It's amazing to me how many Christians have never even read the Bible. We'll be back.